Yes, people, welcome back to Touchlinefacts. Welcome back to the channel. First and foremost, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. And today we got some late night transfer news. We have got a Jadon Sancho bomber. We have got some Antony news. We've got some latest news on Emiliano Martinez to Manchester United. We're going to be dissecting all that in this video, and make sure you hit the like buttons, make sure you hit the subscribe buttons. We are road to 2,000 subscribers. Big up to you. Let's see if we can hit at least 10 likes on this video. Hit the sub button, hit the like button, and yeah, let's get straight into the transfer news. I'm going to be whispering because it is quite late, as I was saying, so let me get straight into it. So first and foremost, we'll start off with the Jadon Sancho news. So according to Damarcio, dropped 1 hour ago, Napoli has reached an agreement with Jadon Sancho. I'm not going to click on his article because his article's in Italian and I don't have to speak Italian. Maybe I could ask Fabrizio Romano or any Italians in the chat. However, Napoli, according to Damarcio, who's an Italian journalist, I don't know if he's a Napoli journalist. I know he works well. Yeah, he's a Sky Sports international reporter for Italy, Sky Sports Italy. He's claimed that Napoli has reached an agreement with Jadon Sancho, probably regarding wages. Obviously, we know that was the wages were the reason why he didn't sign for Chelsea in the end. He wanted too much. They weren't willing to offer him. He wanted, I think, £200,000 a week or something like that. I don't know, something along those lines. And they weren't willing to offer him that. Maybe Napoli have reached an agreement around 160, 170 or whatever and said, look, Jadon, we'll pay you that. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, Man United, we know we want 25 million euros for him. We've already got 5 million for the deal. But yeah, listen, I'm all for this. I'm all for this. I think for him personally, it'll be a great move for him. Let me take this thing off. For him personally, it'll be a great move straight away. Jadon Sancho will be a great move. He'll cook in the Serie A. He'll cook in the Serie A. He'll be a great player in the Serie A. It suits him. The pace, the technical ability, he'll suit that. He'll cook in that league. I have no doubt. So for him, I think it's a great environment for him to thrive in. For him, I think it's a great move for him personally. For Napoli, they're cooking, man. Listen, they've just won the league. McTominay MVP. Antonio Conte staying. They've just got Kevin De Bruyne on a free transfer. You know what I'm saying? Osman's obviously leaving, but I think they've also got Lukaku already there. They're cooking, bro. They've got some funds to spend. They're going to go out and buy Sancho for what? About 25 million euros. They're going to give him probably I'd say about 150 to 170k a week, something across those lines. And I think he'll absolutely cook in that league. One thing this does sort of leave Man United fans with a bit of sour taste is maybe that means that Garnacho won't go there, because we do know Jadon Sancho and Alejandro Garnacho do have a bit of a tuffle, you know what I mean? They don't exactly like each other. They're both not exactly the biggest fans. You know what I'm saying? Garnacho's brother was sending for Jadon Sancho on Twitter about over a year ago or whenever, that type of thing. So that probably does close that door if this does happen. I mean, me personally, I don't care. I want to sell them all. Get rid of them all. Sell him and Garnacho. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully we still get a move for Garnacho, but this sort of, maybe Napoli are saying, look, Sancho's the cheaper option, etc., etc. And I think Sancho will probably do better in that league than Garnacho. I think Sancho's way he plays, he'll do very well in that league. I think this is a good move for Napoli. I think this is a good move for Jadon Sancho. And yeah, hopefully it does happen. Hopefully we get a here we go soon. And we'll get about £25 million for it, including the 5 mil we got from Chelsea. But yeah, let me know what you lot think in the comments. Do you think this will be a good move for Jadon Sancho? And yeah, I actually think this is a better move for him than Chelsea. I actually think he'll do better here than Chelsea. And I think he'll win titles as well. I think Napoli will probably win the league next year. Kevin De Bruyne, Jadon Sancho. The rumours are getting Chiesa in as well. A couple more players. And look, they're cooking, bro. And especially with Inter Milan, with the way they're falling apart and they've just lost Inzaghi, Serie A should be Napoli's to come for the next year, at least with Antonio Conte and the new signings. So let me know what you lot think in the comments. Next one I'm going to bring up to Antony to Real Betis is moving, and it's probably going to happen as the player and club want this move. Now, according to Fabrizio Romano, who I'm going to go on here, I don't think I bookmarked this. According to Fabrizio Romano, Italian side Como have tried to sign Antony in the recent days, but Brazilian winger is given priority to Real Betis' return. Manchester United are also aware of Antony's preference to continue at Betis next season. No club-to-club agreement yet. I saw somewhere earlier, I read somewhere today, that Manchester United want at least £32.3 million for Antony, because we owe, I think that's what we owe. We still owe for the deal. I think we still owe £32.3 million to Ajax for the deal. So we don't want to make any losses on the books, which is understandable. Whether Real Betis are willing to pay that, whether even Como are willing to pay that, I don't know. Maybe they are, maybe they're not. But it looks like Man United are going to stay stubborn on that, and Man United are going to try and get as much money as they possibly can out of this deal, because we spent a lot of money on the guy. You know what I'm saying? We didn't just spend a lot of money on his transfer fee. We were also paying what, 200 grand a week, almost, probably even more, 200 grand a week every week for the guy. So that kind of thing is probably why we're trying to squeeze as much dough as we can. We know he's actually one player that had a very, very successful loan. Well, I won't say very, very successful. He had a good loan off at Betis. He done very well for them. He got them to a Conference League final. He was a pivotal part. The Betis fans love him. The Betis president come out and said, we're going to do everything we can to have Antony at the club next season. You know what I'm saying? So they do love him over there in Betis. He done well, got some decent stats, decent performances. Antony is willing to take a 30% pay cut to join Real Betis this summer, or to leave Man United. That's what I've heard. Antony's willing to take a 30% wage cut, which is crazy. Hold on. Yeah, sorry about that. Antony is willing to take a 30% wage cut to join Real Betis this summer, or to join anyone this summer, which is massive. And according to Fabrizio Romano, Italian side Como, who obviously I think they're managed by Cesc Fabregas. I don't know how much money they got. I'm not sure about their funds, but apparently they try. I mean, it's a lovely. I know they got a lovely view of their stadium, by the way. Go type up Como, FC Como Stadium, and like the lake behind it and the sea behind it's fucking beautiful. But yeah, apparently they want to sign him, but he obviously feels at home at Real Betis. He obviously feels loved by and appreciated by the fans, and he done well there last time when he went there on loan. So he probably wants to sign there. Listen, if we can get 32 million for him, I'd take it in a heartbeat. I'd absolutely be delighted with that. Good luck to him. He took a 30% pay cut just to join him. That shows he wants to be there, and I'm happy for that because it's not easy for a player to give up 30% of their salary, is it? You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, this is a job. So to give up 30% of your salary to also help us indirectly because we're getting the funds for him. For me, that's class from Antony, I'll be honest. But yeah, the last and least, let me know what you think about that. Last but not least, this is coming from Ben Jacobs. Emiliano Martinez would be open to Manchester United even without UCL football as revealed. It all depends on Andre Onana, who has not yet been told he is surplus to requirements. This, I'm not too sure on if this is true. I don't think this is true. I do think this is true, but the next bit I'm a bit cautious on. And is planning for next season with Manchester United as a result. Manchester United had originally planned to only add a number 2 this summer, but could now be opportunistic to starting keepers. This bit I'm not sure if it's true. I don't believe that Man United went into this summer going, we're not going to sign a goalkeeper, like we're not going to sign number 1. Maybe they did. Maybe they sat there and said, if an opportunity comes, a market opportunity, we will. But for now, with the money that we've got, because obviously, PSR and stuff like that, and, we're struggling a bit with money, maybe they were looking at going, look, if we can't get a good deal, I can't get a good goalkeeper, we can't get a long-term goalkeeper, whatever. Maybe they're looking for Diogo Costa, because I know we've been linked with him. Not that I want Diogo Costa from Porto, but he's got a 70 million release clause. Maybe they'll look at him and say, if he's available next summer, we go and get him next summer. But as of right now, with the financial package that the club has, we probably won't. However, market opportunities and that looks like Emiliano Martinez has become a market opportunity as he wants to leave Aston Villa. Aston Villa must sell. So Manchester United, I still don't believe that. Me personally, I believe United went in saying that we're going to need to get a goalkeeper. I think Amorim and the board both said we need to get a goalkeeper this summer. So yeah, I think this is an opportunity. Don't get me wrong, Emiliano Martinez being open to leave, Emiliano Martinez joining Man United, wanting to leave Villa needing to sell. It's an opportunity, but I think it coincides with United wanting a number 1. Otherwise, if we was happy with Onana, we would have kept him, wouldn't we? We wouldn't buy Emiliano Martinez, would we? You know what I'm saying? Villa yet to receive an approach from Manchester United, but Manchester United are aware that Martinez is willing to join from discussions on player side. Obviously, we know Man United spoke to his representatives and his agent. Martinez is a player Villa will consider selling due to their PSR situation. Valuation informed by Mike Maignan £25 million asking price. Martinez well contracted in 2029. I actually thought his contract ran out this season because he was crying in his last game at Villa Park. So I thought his contract was going to run out, but it didn't. Maybe the club told him we need to sell you. Maybe. I don't know. And Villa would seek north of 30 million, potentially closer to 40 million. I think that's a fair deal. 4 years left on this deal. Yeah, I'm going to do a video on it tomorrow, but Man United fans crying about this. Oh, he's hardly an upgrade on Onana. I mean, what crack are you smoking, mate? I want what you're smoking. Hardly an upgrade on Onana. We're talking one of the best goalkeepers in the Premier League. He's probably top 3. The only 2 goalkeepers I'd say better than him is Alisson and Raya. That's it. And even then, David Raya and him are close. He's not far off. Elite winner, mentality, Copa America twice, finalissima, World Cup winner, FA Cup winner. He's won trophies. Yeah, he's a big time goalkeeper. He's experienced. When we signed Van der Sar, where was he at? Fulham. How old was he? 34. Did anyone say that he was washed in? Probably. United fans are the biggest crybabies on the planet. And it's starting to fuck me off. I'm going to do a video on it. Yeah, probably tomorrow. Probably coming out tomorrow. United fans must stop doing this. It's going to be the top. Man, United fans must stop doing this. We must stop doing this. We really and truly must stop doing this. Emiliano Martinez would be an absolute steal for £30 million. If we can get 30 million, I will do 30 million plus 5 million add-ons. That's what I do. 30. Apparently, according to sources, Villa have to sell by the end of this month for PSR. So we've got 10 days to buy him. 30 million plus 5 million add-ons. Monumental signing. Let me know what you lot think in the comments below. Do you want this deal to happen? Do you think this deal happen? What about your thoughts on Antony? What's your thoughts on Sancho going to Napoli, etc., etc.? And Bremu coming up as well. Martinez, hopefully we can get Bremu and Martinez by the end of this month or whatever. Let me know what you lot think in the comments below. Hit the sub button, hit the like button. I'm out, people. Peace.